Mr. Speaker, over the last 6 years, the Ministry of Education has increased the number of school-based student care centres, SECs, from 50 to 162. The enrolment has increased from 3,000 in 2012 to 21,000 today, or 9% of all primary school students. Where there is demand for school-based student care services, schools will work closely with the service providers to expand their capacity at a pace that does not compromise quality. MOE is on track to have SECs in all our primary schools by end 2020. There are also SECs outside of schools that provide after-school care for students. Currently, there are 261 community-based SECs registered with the Ministry of Social and Family Development, MSF, with a total enrollment of about 11,000 students and with some spare capacity. Together, MOE and MSF monitor the capacities and enrollment of both school-based and community-based SECs closely. To ensure affordability for children from lower income families, the ComCare Student Care Fee Assistance (SCFA) scheme provides needy families with assistance to offset their monthly SEC fees. And with this assistance, eligible students can pay as little as $5 a month. MSF regularly reviews the ComCare SCFA scheme to ensure that student care remains affordable for lower income families. All registered SECs are required to comply with requirements covering areas like supervision, safety, health, and hygiene. In addition, for school-based SECs, the service providers are selected via a stringent and competitive procurement process and have to meet contractual requirements for quality in areas such as programs, staff training, level of care, and environment. Schools maintain close oversight of SEC operations to ensure that quality is maintained.
Mr. Desmond Chu.
Mr. Speaker, I'd like to thank the Minister for his comprehensive reply. Just one point of clarification. There's been feedback from parents, especially in schools whereby there are younger parents and more children, that some schools have to prioritize the after-school student care for the lower primary students. This has caused some inconvenience, especially when they have two or more children in the school, and one of them will have to go into the private space. Can I check with the Minister if the plan is to cater the capacity for all levels of primary school students?
Mr. Speaker, I thank the member for his question. The size of the wait list for primary schools varies from different schools, but on the average, the number of waitlisted students is low. Where there is excess demand, schools will work with the SEC operators to see how we can expand the number of classrooms to cater for this enrollment demand. But having said that, it is with a caveat that this expansion does not compromise the quality of the student care. As I've made the reply earlier, MOE has expanded the student care facilities quite tremendously in the last few years. So while we cater to the quantity of students needing the care, we want to ensure that the quality is built up correspondingly in the run-up.
Dr. Intan.
Minister, are there plans to have a standards framework for after-school care centres, similar to what we have for childcare centres, which is a Spark certification framework, to ensure that there are certain standards of operation as well as standards pertaining to the personnel who take care of these student care centres?
I thank the member for her question. Indeed, the SEC programs are well planned, and in the midst of building up these student care centres, we ensure the quality and therefore the overall standards in whether it's environment, hygiene, even some of the programs. In effect, to uplift the quality of SEC staff, MOE, MSF, and WDA, and now WSG, have introduced a 40-hour training program for new and untrained SEC staff. This course is currently undertaken by Ngee Ann Polytechnic and was launched in 2015. and so far has trained about 622 staff to date. So over these training programs, we hope to uplift and upkeep standards.